Welcome to this edition of the El Segundo City Council Recap. I'm your host, Catherine Chen. Let's take a look at the items presented to the El Segundo City Council at their March 3rd, 2026 meeting. During special presentations, Council issued a commendation for the El Segundo Blue Butterfly Kiosk, a project of the El Segundo Blue Butterfly Conservancy and the Eagle Scouts. Environmental Committee Chair Tracy Miller-Zarnicki noted that the El Segundo Blue Butterfly was on the initial endangered species list back in 1973. Zachary Cumming, an Eagle Scout, designed and installed a permanent education kiosk explaining the purpose of the hillside habitat to the blue butterfly. The following special presentation was a proclamation declaring that March is Women's History Month. The proclamation read, in part, "The celebration of International Women's Day and Women's History Month honors the collective power of women, values the achievements of women who have broken the glass ceiling, recognizes obstacles that remain, and inspires us all to do the continued work to advance the rights, opportunities, and full participation of women and girls of all backgrounds." During public communications, Karen Forthuber, the general manager of operations at the El Segundo refinery, presented the results of Chevron's investigation findings on the October 2nd ISOMAX fire event. She explained that at approximately 9:30 p.m. on October 2nd, 2025, there was a loss of containment and fire in the ISOMAX unit that primarily produces jet fuel. The failure was of a localized section of piping that became thin due to corrosion and turbulent flow. Chevron is preventing this issue going forward and is now in the early stages of starting the ISOMAX plant again. Chevron is working in partnership with the cities of El Segundo and Manhattan Beach to further enhance community alerting and emergency notification systems through the integration of multiple communication channels. On the consent calendar, Council unanimously approved the warrant demand register for February 2nd through the 8th and received the 2025 Annual General Plan Implementation and Housing Element Progress Reports. Mandated by state law, the General Plan Report details policies and programs that guide development in the city, while the Housing Element Report explains the overall status of the city's compliance with the Housing Element milestone deadlines. During staff presentations, David Legere, the program manager of administration with the South Bay City's Council of Governments, discussed the city's participation in the South Bay Regional Housing Trust and introduced a resolution authorizing execution of a joint powers agreement. At their February 3rd meeting, Council voted to adopt a resolution approving the city as a member of the South Bay City's Council of Governments Regional Housing Trust, and as part of that vote, authorized the execution of a joint powers agreement. Since then, that agreement was amended by the South Bay City's Council of Governments, so staff brought it back to Council for consideration. The finalized version includes clarifications of specific powers and changes to indemnification and assignment language. Council voted unanimously to adopt the resolution and to execute the updated joint powers agreement. After discussion, Councilmember Keldorf was designated to serve as the representative on the Regional Housing Trust Board. Next, in staff presentations, Chief Financial Officer Paul Chung presented the Investment Portfolio Report for December 2025. Provided to City Council quarterly, the report includes the status of Treasury Department investment activities and related economic indicators. The city is in compliance with its current investment policy, and there is sufficient cash flow liquidity to meet the next 6 months of estimated expenditures. Council received and filed the report. During committees, commissions, and boards presentations, Mayor Pimentel announced the following appointments to the Environmental Committee: John Dorsey, Tracy Miller-Zarnicki, Paula Rasmussen, and Barry Gribben. Environmental Committee Chair Tracy Miller-Zarnicki went on to provide Council with an update on her committee. Their sectors of work for 2026 include energy conservation, solid waste reduction, urban planning and development, hazardous waste, transportation, air quality, water conservation, and governance. City Manager Daryl George provided an update on the city's ongoing efforts to address the mosquito issue and is continuing to work with Hyperion and Los Angeles County West Vector Control. For more information, please visit lawestvector.org or call 310-915-7370. City Manager George also reported on the recent activities related to Hyperion. South Coast Air Quality Management District received 36 odor complaints and issued no notices of violation for nuisance odors since the February 17th council meeting. Information about Hyperion can be found on the city's website at elsegundo.gov/Hyperion. To watch the complete City Council meeting for March 3rd, 2026 and learn more about the agenda items covered, visit elsegundo.gov or watch the meeting on Channel 3. The next meeting will be Tuesday, March 17th.